Hello everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Battlefield 1 Play Your Class. It is your host, Doodleman149 of SkullCrushers, so let's get started. I'm just really tired of finding people anyway, who don't play their class effectively. There's just so many people who don't know what they're doing. And one of them, that I get really annoyed about, especially since my time as a really good tank driver in Battlefield 4, is the tankers in Battlefield 1. Most are just garbage. And while they get me easy kills when I'm assault, I am still ashamed to call them tank drivers. So, let's get started, shall we? Being the tanker. Despite what it may appear, the light tank is actually a very squad and team friendly vehicle. You can't spawn in it, you can't get any gunner or passenger assists on it, but it is still, in my opinion, the most versed of all the tanks. It's very, very effective at taking out infantry, as you can see. But something that lots of people forget is being able to drop ammo and meds when you're playing with the close support package. I don't really like the howitzer package, as the turret doesn't turn the whole way, which is pretty much the main advantage of the light tank overall. It does come with a nice little LMG like the new close support light tank does, but I don't know. It's much better for fighting vehicles, but I use this mostly to support my squad against other infantry. I forget what it's called, the thing that basically turns the light tank into a mini LAV, I don't really care for that either. Some people might say it's better against infantry, but it's got 15 shots, some little 25mm HEBS. I don't know. It's not for me. I much more prefer the giant cannon explosive that fires out of this one, and the nice little LMG they added to this. Before this, they kind of had a giant shotgun. I know some people liked it. It was not for me. Now, seeing as the classes are very, very different looking in Battlefield 1 from each other, like the Scout, Medic, Assault, Support, all have very distinct looks, it is very important to pick your targets. Because seeing as you're a light tank, your main threats are going to be assault players and probably support players, because supports can just chuck down a limpet. That's going to disable your tracks, could even take out your engine, or just kill you straight up, because I think in a light tank, a limpet does like 45 something damage. It's really high for a single explosive. Now, seeing as there is just a medic right there, that reminds me, you're going to see later, but for whatever reason, rifle grenades are now pretty much impact grenades. They allow a medic to do decent damage to a light tank from a good range. Seeing as the grenades just hit, and they kind of blow up immediately. It's pretty much BS, considering they're frags, and no one, even on the high sensitivity, has time to dodge that. But as you may have saw with that recon back there, not only did I kill the guy attacking him, but I also had meds and ammo down, so it allowed him to gain back the health he lost in that little engagement. Fortunately, he still died, but you can't save them all. I'm not a medic, I'm just the best medic support player out there in a tank. Now, as you can see, the objective is contested, but being a tank, even running solo, I am more than capable of taking and holding this objective by myself. There's not a blueberry anywhere around me. I'm not even playing with my platoon mates, so I don't even have a capable squad backing me up. But the light tank is very self-sufficient, shall we say. Because, at least the loadout I run, the close support loadout, it comes with a nice little handy track repair, which if your tracks get disabled, really quick, press left on the D-pad, and you gain mobility back. Plus, I think you gain 20-ish health back. And there are those medic grenades I was telling you about, right? Did like, I don't know, 5 or 6 damage each shot, but they impacted immediately, so I couldn't even really dodge them. That brings me to another thing. Grenades, of all types, minus smoke, will damage your tank. Even if it's a little incendiary like that, it's like 3 or 4 damage. It is really annoying. You're going to repair something, and no, you're just on fire, so that apparently stops you from, I don't know, sitting in the tank, hitting it with a repair tool. But I digress. The light tank is not at least the load I run, is not fantastic against vehicles. However, if you can get close to a heavy, or even close to a land ship, you can circle around the back and keep those main guns off of you, because you have much higher mobility than any of the other tanks. Minus the artillery truck, but I don't count that as a tank. It's, I don't know, it is BS in my opinion. But you can't get too cocky with tanks. I am an aggressive tank driver, but these things are not that fast. They cannot really avoid everything, as you're going to find out. Everybody dies in a tank. Now, when going up against a tank, you don't want to be this guy. That recon right there, deciding, I'm just going to stare down this tank. The good thing about the light tank, as I said before, the mobility, you can definitely flank your enemies. You just want to make sure you keep your distance, because if I just rolled up there to try and roadkill all those people, dynamite, there could be mines. It's a tank, folks. Keep your distance, kill them at range. There's no reason to run all the way up on somebody. While, yes, intimidating and very unpleasant to be on the receiving end of, if you're up against a capable squad, or even a squad of really bad players who have explosives, you're gonna get wrecked. So just avoid. But at the same time, don't camp. Do not be that artillery truck on the hill, because I will find you, and I will kill you. If you're gonna sit there, you're gonna camp in anything, I'm gonna come get you. So, better watch out. Xbox community. It's something important to remember. You can manually reload your shells. You only have 5, so make sure you actually get them all back before going into engagement. Yes, that was lag. He did not actually hit me around that wall, but there you saw the quick repair in action. If he didn't, just back up a little bit. My track was disabled, and I really quickly hit the left D-pad, as you can see recharging now. It just gave me back my mobility and enough health to be able to back up, reload, and repair. Another thing, you're repairing, if you're not at max shells, you better be. There's no reason to sit there and do nothing while you're just repairing. Make sure you're at max health. This brings me to the artillery truck. A capable artillery truck driver is more than a match for even the best light tanker. Artillery truck has far more range, does far more damage to your lighter vehicle, and it has a slightly faster rate of fire. So do not underestimate them. Make sure you play it smart when going up against any other armored vehicle with this loadout. The last tip I can give you is know when to retreat. I pushed Bravo here, Giant Shadow solo. I did okay. I didn't really record enough to actually see all the kills I was getting. When I started taking heat, I had to back up. But you see, I did exactly what I was supposed to. I pushed forward, broke through the lines, and now here comes the entire team to reinforce the position. They're giving me time to reload, time to repair as they all drive past, and push on up. Alrighty folks, I hope you learned something about tanking. Don't camp, light tank's the best, and just make sure you actually work with your squad, drop meds and ammo. And again, this is Doodleman from SkullCrushers. I hope you enjoyed it.